can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
I would like to call the meeting of the Board of Civil Service Trustees to order. Items listed on the agenda may be taken, this is the Civil Service Trustee meeting for July the 29th, 2020, time 4:30 p.m. Items listed on the agenda may be taken out of the order presented. Two or more agenda items for consideration may be combined, and any item on the agenda may be removed or related discussion may be delayed at any time. Backup material for this agenda may be obtained from Lou Ann D. Holmes, City Clerk, at the Office of the City Clerk, 495 South Main Street, second floor, or on the city's webpage at www.lasvegasnevada.gov. Madam Secretary, would you call the meeting to order, please? I'm sorry, take roll call for us, please.
Member Mack?
Yes, thank you.
Member Chaydez?
Here.
Member Clemens?
Here.
Member Manhattan?
Here.
Member Brown?
Here.
Thank you.
Are we in compliance with the open meeting law?
Yes, we are.
Thank you. Item number three, public comment. Comment during the portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. If you wish to be heard, come forward and give your name for the record. The amount of discussion as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. Item number 4, for possible action, to approve the final minutes by reference of the regular meeting of July 15th, 2020. May I have a motion, please?
Member Chaydez would like to make a motion to approve the final minutes of the meeting of July 15th as read.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone not approving? The minutes will stand approved as read. Item number 5, discussion for possible action regarding the election of chair and vice chair.
This is Deputy City Attorney Esslinger. It's our annual time to nominate a chair and vice chair of the committee. Each member is eligible to nominate another member. We will do the start first. We'll do the election for chair first. Each member is eligible to nominate another member or themselves. We'll open it up for nominations. Once the nominations are done, we'll hold it for a vote, and then we will move to vice chair. If there are multiple nominations, then we'll have to do multiple votes. Okay? Any questions? Okay. Madam Acting Chair, I will leave it up to you to open nominations for chairperson.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, pardon me, if I may, Member Manhattan, could we take a 5-minute recess off the record?
Any objection?
I'd motion for such.
Procedurally, this is again, Deputy City Attorney, so procedurally, I don't know any reason why we can't do that. Just remember that any discussions have to be done as part of the public record. We can't go off record to discuss something that should be discussed at the meeting. We're not able to do that. That would be a violation of the law.
Well, then, can you procedurally sort of, for those of us who are new to the board, give us a sense of historically how this has transpired, and some of us maybe weren't aware that this was in the pipeline and coming up, and just might appreciate a little background?
Yeah, of course. Typically, the way it has worked in the past is one person is typically nominated. It's a relatively small board. One person is nominated, and then, to my knowledge, we've never had a second person nominated, but if that were to happen, we would conduct the vote for the first person, and then we would conduct the vote for the second person if there was no majority for the first person.
And to make sure I understand, this happens annually, so this is to be expected every year around the same time?
Yes, Section 4, under Chapter 2 of the Civil Service Board, says that the elections are done annually in July.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Member Trudez has a question. Is there a specific order of the nominations? Is it, or just randomly? How does an order go?
The Speaker, I'm sorry, through you, Madam Chair, the Chair, the Acting Chair, Ms. Mack, will just open it up for nominations, and it's open at that point. There is no specific order, other than understand that when the first election will be for Chair, and then the second election will be for Vice Chair.
Any other questions?
No.
At this time, I will open the floor for nominations for chair.
Member Manhattan, I nominate Acting Chair Mack for chair.
Thank you kindly for your consideration, but because of some health reasons, I would abstain. Thank you.
Understood.
Anyone else?
Member Trudez, I'd like to nominate myself for chair of the board.
Second.
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 We don't need seconds.
Okay.
How about thirds?
This is Deputy City Eslinger. At this point, Ms. Mack, I believe everyone has said they agreed to that, but just for purposes, for making clear record, if we could please ask if there are any other nominations at this time?
Thank you. Are there any other nominations for chair?
Okay. Hearing none, you may call for the vote.
Okay, at this time, I will call for the vote on Mr. Chadez.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed?
Mr. Clements, if you could let us know your vote.
I did say aye, but maybe you didn't hear.
It must not have come through. I apologize.
No worries.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what he said.
He voted in the affirmative.
Thank you. Then Mr. Chadez will be our chair.
Congratulations. You will assume the chair after we're done with the vote for the vice chair. We move on to the next item.
Okay.
Okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
So if we could open the vote for vice chair?
At this, do Mr. Chadez do this, or do I? Okay, at this point, I will open the floor for nominations for vice chair.
Member Manhattan, I nominate Member Clemens for vice chair.
Thank you. Any other nominations for vice chair?
Member Chaydez, I'd like to nominate Mrs. Mack to continue her role as vice chair, if possible.
I'm sorry?
Oh, she wasn't? I thought she was.
Yeah.
Oh, it expired too?
Yeah, I don't think, Jack Esslinger, Deputy City Attorney, I don't think Ms. Mack was ever formally the vice chair. I think the vice chair
Was McCoy.
position was never actually filled.
Yeah.
Oh, she was?
actually,
Okay.
Okay.
I think we
Okay.
were operating without a vice chair.
Yeah.
The vice chair had
Oh,
left.
wasn't
Yeah.
during the year. Yes,
Member Clemens with a question.
Yes.
okay.
I would happily defer to Member Mack if she wishes to continue or be installed in that role. Absent her willingness or ability to do it, I'm delighted by the nomination, but certainly defer to Ms. Mack.
Okay.
Ms. Mack, it sounds like it's up to you if you would like to serve as vice chair.
And I will
Okay.
serve as vice chair.
Thank you, Mr. Clements. If we could call for a vote?
Okay. May we have a vote at this time?
Deputy City Attorney Esslinger, just to ensure that we have a clear record, the vote is for, based on Mr. Clemens' comment, the vote is for Ms. Mack to serve as vice chair. That's what we're voting on.
My vote is aye, yes.
Aye.
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 Is there anyone who opposes? Seeing none,
Congratulations, Ms. Mack.
thank you.
Congratulations to you,
Thank you.
Mr. Chuddes.
Thank you.
And Mr. Chuddes, we'll have you run the remainder of the meeting.
Thank you, and thank you, members, for allowing me to serve as the board chair. I will try to honor Chair Jordan, as he did, and let's proceed with the meeting. Item number 6 on the agenda. Discussion for possible action to certify eligible list for Corrections Lieutenant Promotional Deputy City Marshal Lateral Open.
Member Manhattan, I motion to approve item number 6 as read.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, we'll move on to item number 7. Citizens' participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the board. No subject may be acted upon by the board unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, come forward and give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited.
This is Deputy City Attorney Esslinger. I'd just like to welcome our new member, Valerie. Ms. Brown, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'd like to welcome you and say congratulations to our chair and vice chair, and look forward to working with the entire board for the remainder of this year.
Awesome. With that, we adjourn the Board of Civil Service. And we'll have to-
Thanks, everyone.
I know. I might get used to that.
Okay.